Hello, and we are live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Power Duo Live. I'm Ying Harlan, joining you from Ontario, Canada, and I'm so happy that you're spending part of your evening with us. I'm a retired corporate professional, and today I'm passionate about helping people discover new possibilities for their future through personal growth, continuous learning, and the digital business space. Like many people, I once believed that the traditional path was the only way forward, but along my journey, I realized it's never too late to learn new skills, embrace change, and create more choices for ourselves and our families. As always, I'm here with my amazing co host and business partner, Bernadette. Hello, sis.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Bernadette, and we're so excited that you're here. By the way, for those who don't know me yet, I am Bernadette, originally from Baguio City, Philippines, and now living here in Canada as an early childhood educator, a proud digital business owner, and a child of God. So before we begin, we'd really appreciate if you could like, share, and tag a friend who might benefit from tonight's conversation. You never know whose life could be encouraged by hearing this message.
All right. At Power Duo Live, our goal is very simple. We bring in inspiring guests from different backgrounds who share their personal journeys, lessons, and experiences in creating more choices, more flexibility, and more opportunities in life. Tonight's guest has a very inspiring story.
Our special guest tonight is Coach Christian. Coach Christian is a former site survey engineer who made the courageous decision to become a stay at home dad of three. Today or tonight, together with his wife, and they help everyday people build an online business that provides more freedom, flexibility, and opportunities for families. Coach Christian, welcome to Power Duo Live. We're happy to have you with us.
Hey you guys! Wow, what an introduction, Bernadette. That's really set a high bar. Thank you so much for having me tonight. Hello, guys. My name is Christian, and I'm here in California, USA. I'm doing this business with my wife, like Bernadette mentioned. I'm a father of three, and yeah, right now I'm here with my business partners doing this live to help other people be more aware of this business. Thank you guys for having me again.
All right, and make sure you promote later on, promote your new TikTok movies coming soon, okay?
Uh, we'll try. We'll try.
All right, so we're not gonna take too long. We're gonna dig into our first question. Okay, the topic is that, and then the show. All right, so the first question. You had a career as a site survey engineer before becoming a stay-at-home dad of three. What inspired you to make such a big transition? What has been the biggest lesson you've learned along?
Well, doing this business right now wasn't really the original plan, right? So the original plan was, oh, we're gonna work overtime, earn for the kids, provide everything for them, right? But then life has just a different plan for us. When we had our third child, one of us need to stay, and why my wife's a nurse. She covers her medical insurances. She make more money than me, so it's like a mutual decision. Okay, I'm gonna stay at home, right? Not because I want to. It's just it makes more sense. Instead of sending our kids to daycare, I mean, we talked about it, and it's just nothing against daycares, right? They help us a lot, but for us, we're not even sure if our kids actually getting fed every day in the right time, or getting really taken care of. Make their actually get everything they need provided, basically. So me staying is just way more beneficial for us, and that way I can spend more time with the kids. And yeah, then we go from there. Then we found this business a year after, and I couldn't be happier because this definitely changed the trajectory of our future. And as you guys can see, until now we are doing it as a coach, doing it with you guys right now here live, and yeah, we couldn't be happier with that decision.
All right. Thank you for sharing that, Coach Christian. I think one of the biggest lessons from your story is that success is not really defined by the job title. It's defined by the life we create for ourselves and the people we love. Sometimes the
Yes,
biggest opportunities begin when we're willing to step outside of our comfort zone. So
that's so
let's
true.
dive into our second question. Number two question. So many parents want to spend more time with their children, but also worry about finances. How has building an online business helped create more flexibility and opportunities for your family? Take it away.
Well, for me and my wife, just earning um anytime, anywhere, right? Because this business is pretty much mobile. It's online business. We operate in 26 countries, so I can do this business when I drop off my kids. Even I have to feed them. I can do this business even while watching them do their activities or their sports. But for my wife, it's a little bit different because now she doesn't really need to work extra hours. As you guys know, as a nurse, right? They do overtime, sometimes
Mhm.
do
Mhm.
extra days, right? And she doesn't need to do any of that because I'm covering the other part of the financial, security for us, and that creates give her more time. She doesn't need to work extra days, right? More time with our boys. We do more travel, and that alone is just a big benefit. Spending time with family all the time. We have more part times, and most of the time we talk business, right? When we're together while actually being present with our kids, and we just couldn't be happier because right now we actually talk about more of our future. Because before we only talking about, oh, I'm working tomorrow, I'm working next week, when is the next
Yeah.
vacation, right? But now we're actually talking, oh, what's we gonna do with the kids? We're gonna sign them up with this and that, or we're gonna attend their school session, right? Or a play, or sometimes sport events. So that's just very beneficial for us at this time. So that's actually how we gain more time here using this business.
That's good. I love that. I love that. It reminds us that creating another income stream isn't just about making more money. It's about creating more choices, more time with the
Yes.
kids, more flexibility, and more freedom to live life on our own terms. All right. So let's move on to the third question. All right.
All right.
You and your wife Anne work together in your online business. What are some of the keys to building a successful partnership while raising three children?
I think for us, one of the main key is just having one goal, having the same goal. Like we believe in this business. We believe in it. Like even before we actually joined, we talked about it one night and said, if we pass this up and we don't do it, it's just another regret to pile on a lot of pile of regrets that we had in life, right? And you don't want that, right? And if we fail, at least we tried.
Mhm.
So that's what we talked about, and just having that same goal is just hits different because now you guys are working towards one thing. It's just by posting, right? Some people might think, oh, it's just posting ChatGPT. No, no. Sometimes we really have to be intentional because we
Mhm.
do want to help other people, right? And they think, oh, they're doing this to make money, but that's actually not the goal. The goal is to help more people and be more aware
Yeah.
that there are other options. My wife's a nurse, and if we didn't actually get introduced to this business, she's probably still doing overtime, maybe
Mhm.
sad, always tired, miserable, right? And that's gonna reflect on us,
Yes.
and it's not gonna be a good day, right? And the main goal is, of course, to be successful in the
Mhm.
business, but the goal is actually help more people, more parents gain more time, and of course, by doing that, earn a little bit more money to cover other expenses, and who knows what that could lead them, right? Just like how it actually led us here, all of us, right? So that's the main goal for us. That's one of the main key.
Mhm.
That's why we're doing this business successfully.
All right, that's so true, coach. Whether it's marriage, business, or life, communication, trust, and having the same vision make all the difference. So when couples support each other, amazing things can really happen. So
Yes,
now let's
100%.
go to, yeah, so now let's go to question number four. Making a career change and starting something completely new can be intimidating. But what fear or doubts did you have when you first started, and what helped you move forward despite those challenges?
Well, there are a lot of fears, but one of them, of course, fear of being judged. Most of us have that, right? And even ourselves, like I remember this when I was like doing my first real video, doing an introduction of me doing the business. It took me 2 hours taking a video of myself, and I still didn't post it because I'm judging the way I look, I'm judging the way I talk, I'm judging what I'm wearing, right? Just that alone, I'm judging myself. But then imagine other people judging me. That's just one of the biggest fear. But then, like one day, it just clicked. Like, all right, we're doing this business, right? We just need to be committed. Those people who's judging you are not the ones who are actually feeding your kids.
Correct.
Yes.
Not the one paying your mortgage, not the one paying your car bills, not the one who are actually putting food on the table.
Mhm.
So for us to be able to actually help other people, we need to overcome that fear. How do we do that? We just have to challenge ourselves, keep recording ourselves, right? Learn from other businesses, other coaches, mentors, from you guys, other business partners, right? And that's just one of the biggest steps. Because in any business to be successful, you cannot just be successful alone. You really have to build a community, right? You need to have a build an actual tribe of people. First, people who believes in the business, right? And people who are actually willing to do the work. Because if people out there watching us, they think, oh, it's one of those scam businesses, right? Or the people who's already been there that's actually gaining money. But the thing is, this is an effort-based business, just like any other businesses, right? Like in
Correct.
regular store, if you don't open your store, nobody's gonna buy from you, right? So just like what we're doing right now, we're out here doing live, not because we want to show ourselves, not because we like to talk, but we kind of want to spread the word that hey, this opportunity is like this opportunity like this. But yeah, but one of the fears, like I said, just the being judged. We don't even like social media. We hate social media back then, probably 5, 6 years ago. We deactivated our social medias because we don't really like it and we don't have the time,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
And now it's not as bad because you can say that we're doing social media just by the business, but as you guys can see, we do some fun reels, videos, right? We do live with you guys once in a while. It's enjoyable now. I feel like there's a purpose now,
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
right? I think that's just how we actually overcome the doubts. Just thinking that there's a reason for us doing this now. Not just I'm not just posting just because I want to post.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this to overcome a fear at the same time, try to help other parents out there who needs this, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's something many of us can relate to. I still remember when I first started doing live, I was just so nervous. Okay. And I think it took me a while. Well, we had this challenge. Remember, we had this challenge in our team, go live challenge, like for 30 days. So I said, I should join that because then I can start doing my own live, right? My very first day, it took me a while. I just recorded first. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. And then finally, I was on my way to work. I was in the car, and then I said, I'm gonna go live because I promised myself that I'm gonna start doing live from now on, right? So I hit live, and then I start talking, and I was more worried about how I look, and
Yes.
that's so true what you said. Like, so worried about how you're gonna look on the screen, and then I was like, oh my God, So it was very short, and then I hit end, and I watched it so many times. I'm like, oh my God, okay. And then I think Coach Maristel at that time is like, oh, you did a good job, Ying. So I kept going on that 30-day challenge live. It was so good. And then you know what? The rest was history. I can't
Yes.
Yes.
even believe I'm doing live right now, almost every day. I think Sis Bernadette had the same thing, right? Sis Bernadette?
Yeah, but for me, it's the other way around. I am into going first. I really wanted to go live, but I still need to have, that kind of thing in the training, that you have to do the step by step. And I am just into like, no, I want to go now, but my face is still not allowing me to do so. But then at first I could see the difference between my first day and now
Oh
talking.
Oh
yes,
yes.
definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
such a
growth,
big,
right? Yeah.
Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
big difference. Like I used to be nervous speaking, like I was a guest of a live one time and I was like, I don't know what to say. I was so nervous. Now I'm like, I don't care. I can say anything, you know. I'm very comfortable now. I'm basically what I'm trying to say is like I've gone over the fear because that you just did that big step, first step, right?
Mhm.
and then um try and just keep being consistent with it. That will take the fears away. And you know what,
Yes.
we've been doing this almost almost every day, right, Bernadette?
I
Yes.
know. I see you guys all the time.
Yeah.
Nagsasawa na siguro yung mga tao sa mukha namin. But I don't care. We're doing our business. This is what we love to do this. And
Yeah.
like we told you a while ago, if you don't do one live or two lives in one week, like, oh my God, something's wrong with me. I gotta do live.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. It's like
Definitely.
the habit you're building, right?
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. All right. So I think it's your turn, Miss Sis Bernadette.
All right. Yes, yes, definitely. That's true. We started as a beginner at first. So we'd love to hear from everyone watching us right now. So if you could spend one extra day each week with their family, how would you spend it? Share your answer in the comments. We'd love to read them all.
All right, Coach.
Yes, that
Yes.
is right.
Coach Christian, before we wrap up tonight, what is one message you like everyone watching to remember after hearing your story?
So I just want to leave you guys with this. So if you guys are whoever watching right now, right, parents or a single person or people who's just in a season of you needed change in your situation financially, right? Maybe you needed self growth, or you just want to try something new. I would say just take the first step. You know, we always hear this: your one day will never start until you start your day one,
Correct.
Mm.
right? Because you're gonna say, "Oh, one day I'm gonna have this, one day I'm gonna have that," but if you never commit to your day one, you will never get there. And you have to believe in the process. Like us, I'm not sure if we started all the same time, but when we started, of course, there's a lot of doubts,
Of
but we
course.
believe in we believe in the process, right? We believe it now because if you're not gonna believe what you're doing, like in this type of business, of course, how do you think other people will believe in you or what message you're putting out there, right? So if you're in that season, like I said, that you need to change or you need to try something different, or it's just want to earn more and help other people in the process, you should take a look at this business or any other type of business and just go for it, right? Go for it and just be brave, be courageous, and because one thing for sure is gonna happen, guaranteed. If you don't do it, nothing will happen, and you will fail. But if you
Correct.
were actually gonna do it and keep, be consistent, you can still see there's a future that you're actually longing to achieve. There's some goals that you're actually trying to get. And I think for many of us here in this business, just having that vision of we're gonna get there, sometimes that's all we need in our day to day, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Yes,
Yes.
that's very true, Coach Christian. So once again, thank you so much for spending time with us tonight. Your story is a wonderful reminder that it's never too late to make a choices that align with our values, of course, and our family goals.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Well,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much again, Coach Christian, for sharing your journey and your wisdom with us. And thank you to everyone who joined us live and to those who will be watching the replay. We hope tonight's conversation reminded you that creating more choices starts with being open to learning, growing, and taking action. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and follow our page so you won't miss our future Power Duo live sessions. I'm Ying.
And I'm Bernadette.
Thank you for
Stay
joining
tuned
us.
Yeah.
on Power Duo Live.
All
And
right. Thank you,
remember,
guys.
nothing changes if nothing changes.
That's
And
true.
remember, if you want to make a change, then do make a change.
All right. Thank you for watching. And we will end the stream. But Coach Christian, please don't go away.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
Have a
Good
good
night.
night. Bye for now.